I built my following to over 120,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm stepping away. Well, not really. More of like a pivot. Are you a business professional or a creator that has built their brand on one style of format and you're worried about pivoting so that you do not lose all the hard work that you earned? Well, in this video, I'm going to share my experience on building a brand over 120,000 followers and deciding to pivot. Over the last 2 years, I've grown my personal brand from 2,500 followers to over 120,000 followers through humor-based content. This style of content increased my brand awareness across all platforms and gave me a solid online presence. But I'm about to jeopardize all of that with one move. Virality has a great purpose: brand awareness. Virality will cast a large net and will allow you to be seen by a massive amounts of people. But virality content does not always attract the ideal person for you. I truly believe if you're able to create content that goes viral on a consistent basis, then you understand the formula to generating attention. And I truly believe that that skill will not go to waste. But solely focusing on virality will not generate you income. And virality has actually changed. The algorithms have leveled the playing field for creators all over. You no longer have to have a large amount of followers in order to generate a large amount of views. You can have only 400 followers and create a great piece of content tomorrow that will generate you over 1 million views. So you do not have to have a lot of followers to be successful or to generate income through social media. But you do have to have the one thing that I was lacking, and that's clarity. Once I hit my milestone of 50,000 followers, I realized that I was doing something wrong. I was generating all of this attention, bringing all these people together, and I didn't have anything to offer them. I had nothing to give them. I had nothing to sell them. So although I was enjoying this attention, I was also frustrated because I knew that all these people were coming to my page and leaving empty-handed. On this journey, I had a lot of people approach me asking me about how they could generate business through content creation and how they could expand their personal brand. So because I was getting approached with these questions, I realized that I had something special. The experience that I have gained, other people wanted. So I started brainstorming and trying to outline some things, and I kept coming back to a course. I really wanted to create a course of all the knowledge that I had learned on how to take people from point A to point B on how to generate organic attention. But as I marinated on it and I thought about it, I didn't feel that the course was the right route. I've always wanted to create a product that I could create once and just make a bunch of money off it. But I didn't have a feeling that this course was going to do that. I'm more of a hands-on person. I like to interact with others. And I came across this coach that showed me something that changed the game for me. And that's creating your own community. So with the knowledge and experience that I had, I wanted to create a community that I could foster to help other business professionals and creators see the same success that I saw through content creation. So the main things that I want you to take from today's episode is that, one, you need to be clear. If you start this journey exactly like I did, then you're going to have all this attention and nothing to give them. So get clear about the end goal. What are you creating content for? Are you creating it to expand your brand? Are you creating it to put on your business? Are you creating it to generate more leads? You should know the purpose of your content before you get this journey started. But if you're like me, being consistent is where you will get clear on all of the things that you want to accomplish. So do not let clarity stop you from posting content. Another thing I really want you to realize is that followers is just going to be a flex in the next few years. Yes, having those followers is great for your social presence. It's great for credibility, but followers do not equal income. They're simply opportunities. So you could also be in the same position that I'm in right now. Maybe you've built a large audience around a certain niche and you're deciding to pivot into something else, and you're worried about losing this audience here. Well, the approach that I'm going to do is the approach that I like to teach my clients. And that's the formula that I learned from Gary Vee called jab, 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 right hook. So I'm just going to change the percentage of humor content that I put out. It was 100% humor content, 0% content tips. So now I'm going to do 70-30. I'm going to do 70% humor and 30% content tips. This way, I am not completely abandoning this audience that I generated through humor content. I'm still feeding them, but now I'm creating content that speaks to my ideal client. Which leads me to another point. Not all content is the same. There's some content for reach, there's some content for nurturing, and then there's content for conversion. You do want to create content that has reach, but for your ideal client, that is where you're going to nurture. You're going to nurture them with content, give them value, give them tips so that when they're ready and you create that conversion piece of content, it will have a much better opportunity of generating their business. Now, the virality, that is what reach is for. You can create content that goes viral through a whole bunch of different relatable topics. That's what's worked for me. So I have a massive amount of reach. But the process that I am currently working on now is nurturing, creating content like this that speaks exactly to the person that I want to work with. And then there's conversion content, straight up asking for business. I think that the best creators out there, they do a great job at balancing all three. They all serve a purpose, but you cannot just get stuck in one. You get stuck in virality, you'll never be speaking to the right people. You get stuck in nurturing, you're never going to end up converting, and the people that follow you are going to get bored. And you can't just sell because people don't always want to be sold. They get on these platforms to be entertained. And if all you're doing is asking every day without giving, you're digging yourself in a deep hole. So if it's any lesson that you take from this video, it's never too late to pivot to a new topic. Just be wise on the way that you pivot. So remember this. Have intention while generating attention. That way you'll get the results that you're looking for. So if you're feeling stuck on your content journey and you want to figure out how you can generate more organic attention using content creation, then I would love for you to join the Huddle. Click the link in the comments and it'll take you straight to the community. And while you're at it, subscribe to this channel for more humor-based content, but also for content creation tips on how to build and expand your personal brand. So until next time, peace.